Hi students. Today we are discussing about the last part of our first chapter, that is nationalism and imperialism. As we know, the nationalism came with the French Revolution. The nationalism is an ideology that emphasizes loyalty, devotion, or allegiance to a nation or nation state. The main causes of nationalism were historical attachment to certain practices, the political desire for power or autonomy, social concern for group values, customs, or traditions, the economic concern for standard of living or monetary gain. If it is the nationalism, you must have to know what is the imperialism. Imperialism is a state policy of extending power and dominion either by direct acquisition or by gaining political and economic control over other territories and people. Then, what is the difference between the nationalism and imperialism? It is very simple. When nationalism wished to obtain freedom, the imperialism wished to obtain others' property. Now we have to check when and how the imperialism began to grow. By the last quarter of the 19th century, we can understood the nationalism reached in its end and the imperialism began to rise. During this period, the nationalist groups became increasingly intolerant of each other and even ready to go to war. For example, the Balkan crisis. After 1871, the most tensioned area was Balkans. It comprised the modern day Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Slovenia, Serbia, and Montenegro. The inhabitants of this area were mainly known as the Slavs. A large part of Balkans was under the control of Ottoman Empire. In the 19th century, the Slavs strengthened themselves through modernization and internal reforms. The ideas of Romanticism and nationalism also helped them, and with the disintegration of Ottoman Empire, they became more explosive. These people tried to prove that once they had been independent and again they struggled to win again their lost independence. As part of that, Balkan area became an area of intense conflict. At the same time, rivalry among European powers to capture control over trade and colony led to a series of wars in the region. The main powers were Russia, Germany, England, Austro-Hungary, etc. Each of them tried to extend their control over Balkans. Finally, all this led to the First World War. Meanwhile, anti-imperialist movements were also developed. Later, it helped to the growth of a sense of collective national unity. Then, from this chapter, I hope you may catch a short summary of imperialism and also about nationalism. And above all, you may understood what was the Balkan crisis. Thank you. Thank you for all.